So, on July the 30th, I moved to the village of Odoorn, which is just between Groningen and Emmen. Therefore, on August 5, my dad sent me a link to the festival in Groningen.
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 Groningen. Groningen. Groningen.
Groningen. Groningen.
Groningen.
Groningen. Groningen. Groningen.
Groningen.
Groningen.
Groningen. I did some kind of research to understand which of those 191 events are interesting to me and to combine them on the dates as close as possible to each other. Somehow I sorted them out, but unfortunately a couple of days before the festival I broke the bone in my elbow right here, and because of this I wasn't sure if I could go to the fest and what days I could go to it. On August 15th I was ready to go, but for the only event that I had planned on August 15, I had Theater I Love Pornography, tickets were sold out. For some reason I thought that the MAYTE band also performed on August 15th, so I left Odoorn and only in the bus I realized that I didn't need to go to Groningen, because in fact they perform on the 17th of August, but since I was already on a bus going to Emmen, I decided to take a walk there. I haven't found this place in Emmen. It's some park, it's really nice, but I don't have any book with me. I mean, I couldn't bring it because I don't have my backpack, and I don't have my backpack because of this shit. And the 16th of August, I'm waiting for my bus and listening to Finn Wolfhard's album. Not bad. The plan for Saturday was to visit Embed Talks and then to visit one of the containers. I don't know, I just love this kind of vibe. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe small pretty houses, bikes and cute streets. Hey. Sorry, I can't pet you. Man. Or not man. When I was already near the park, I was surprised by the proximity of the houses to it and actually envied to the people who live in them. I mean, literally, here is a park and here are just houses. So it was cool. There were 4 teams of people who make sort of interesting immersive digital art scenes. They presented them, they answered some questions, and it was really inspiring because you look at it and understand that art is not only about creating music or painting or making a film, it is also about something more complex. It's about some technologies. I mean, some idea can be like the seed for developing some technologies for it, and these technologies are sometimes more complex than the idea itself, and it can be like very innovative, interesting, unusual and complex in its design. And actually at the start of this event I was like the first one who was asked by the host of it. Like, yeah, this girl who was the host asked me about something. I don't actually remember, but just I remember the fact. I wanted to buy a ticket to Embed by Babak, but unfortunately the closest ticket was for 19:30, but I already had plans on Saturday and 19:30 was too late because I had to leave the festival at 6 or 7 p.m. And in fact, it's quite upsetting considering that half an hour before that I listened to Babak's introduction to the project of his, and I would have liked to attend it. On the other hand, I learned not to sad about such things. I mean, what can it change with sadness? Well, yeah, something didn't work out, yeah, something went wrong, yeah, I fucked something up, yeah, people fucked something up. So my position in life is don't regret, like, come on, I'm not even 18 yet. There are so many other cool festivals, events, concerts, incredible days ahead of me that there's no point in being sad about such trifles. Yes, it seems unpleasant in the moment, but come on, globally it doesn't mean anything at all. I walked around the park, sat on the shore of one of the lakes in it, and noticed that the band Pride and Joy, if I'm not mistaken, was playing covers on Nirvana and it seems some other bands.
Yeah, okay, Nirvana is something basic, but like closer, like yeah.
Okay, oh well. And at 17:30 on Saturday, I left the festival.
Like, what the fuck? I mean, it's just usual place, it's just usual building. I'm just walking, and wow. Actually, like, it was a nice day. I mean, even with this event that I couldn't buy a ticket for, still, I mean, I'm happy about this day. Well, you see, my favorite city in this world, I can say that. So yeah, is Warsaw, and it's kind of big. I mean, it's the capital of Poland, and I don't know what to say. It's really big. It's really noisy, and yeah. But still, I really love this, like quiet places, like with nature. You got it, I hope. So yeah, and that's exactly why I love Drenthe, because yeah, I mean, it's totally about like forests and little villages and little towns. Wow, like, just look at this, isn't it beautiful? Wow, I mean, it's amazing, it's incredibly beautiful. Wow. Wow.
On August 17th, I planned to visit Sous la plage. It was important for me to go there on the last day to see it in its most destroyed state. Then the MAYTE concert and the BARTONDISPLAY performance. It was raining that day, and actually I love rain and walking around in the rain in just a t-shirt, but I was afraid of getting my bandage at the arm wet. Sous la plage? So, sorry, I don't speak French, fuck it. Was supposed to be an interactive exhibition where there were orchestra instruments and people were throwing stones at them. I really like that metaphor because that's what you have to do to create something new. I mean, Beethoven did it, Louis Armstrong did it, the Beatles did it, Jimi Hendrix did it, The Doors did it, Kurt Cobain did it, Radiohead did it. But I couldn't, because everything had already been destroyed before me, and it was literally written that due to the destruction of the instruments, the performance was closed.
I mean, wow, it's so symbolic that they even ruined it before the day they wanted to do it. Like, wow. There's a video that I can't film this, how to say it, performance show, exhibition, what is it? Anyway, yeah, but still, I think that was interesting.
Then I came to the concert of MAYTE and it was just incredible. I mean, I'm in love with their music. And actually they sing in Frisian, and of course I don't speak it, but because of this I realized again that lyrics don't have to be understood, because music is something more than lyrics, more than words. Music conveys feelings, emotions on a deeper level, and you don't have to speak the same language to feel it. Music is the greatest invention of humanity. Fuck it, make art rather than fucking weapons.
It will be great to sit here on the grass and read a book, but still I don't have my backpack, and therefore I don't have my books with me because they are so fuck it. I mean, wow. I really want to read some book right now, right here.
Bart on display, kinda audio-visual installation, and it's brilliant because, like music, this particular installation doesn't require words, doesn't require human movements, doesn't require anything other than a set of colors, which often aren't even something concrete. It's something abstract and figurative, but at the same time it evokes very deep and clear feelings. Sure, there was music too, and it also created an atmosphere, but the music itself wouldn't mean so much without these visual images. And it was precisely because of their symbiosis that I had feelings of frustration, sadness, lostness in the world, and it's so close to me. And yeah, most likely it caused different emotions in different people, and it was exactly because the emotions of frustration and lostness are close to me that this installation awakened them in me. But anyways, it was something incredible.
Bart on display, like wow, 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 wow. I mean, I'm amazed. I'm impressed. Wow, that was like amazing. Wow.
And I had a call with the author of this. I recorded about 15 minutes, but unfortunately my file crashed. I was trying different ways to recover it for 2 hours, and I managed to do it, but I only recovered 10 minutes out of 15, and there are still some bugs. But yeah, that's a pity, but we have what we have.
I have worked with video installation before, but not so much in a way where it's like a standalone visual art piece.
Mhm.
And of course, it's an audio visual art piece, but the kind of the visual component being so important was a real first one. So the other moments when I did visual production was for live shows that I did, and then it's always like a secondary element to the show itself, because the performers are kind of the main show. So that was completely different this time around, and that was a bit nerve-wracking also, but it happened. And the other first was the setting, because a shipping container like this is a bit tiny, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2.4 meters wide and high, and I forgot how like the depth of the thing, but it must have been something like 5 meters or something, or 6, I guess. So kind of figuring out uh, a way to make a production that kind of feels whole, like as a whole thing, in such a small space. That was something that I had to think about for a few months, because I've seen a few pieces being performed in a container like this, and it always feels like they are compromising a lot, and that's something that I wanted to try and avoid with this piece. So the video wouldn't be composed after the soundtrack, or the soundtrack being composed after the video art piece. I really wanted to kind of compose them from like a singular idea. So in the first scene, there are these kind of ambient colors, like going left and right on the speakers, kind of this pendulum motion. And while I had this idea, I kind of wanted to compose the video on that as soon as I could. And because everything is rendered in real time, then you can really play with like how the small details are like permeating the video itself. So the piece is set in a way that the video is often reacting to things that are happening in the audio.
Yeah.
But because everything is rendered live, you can really play with kind of this instantaneous reaction between audio and video.
I think it couldn't work like it worked without visual, and of course visual couldn't work without music, and it couldn't make me feel like that. I mean, I was like amazed, and yeah, it made me feel like really high emotions. By the way, my emotions were
Thank you.
like yeah, they were like frustration and like something about lostness in the world, but
Yes.
I think it's only because those emotions are they are maybe about me, but other people can feel some other things. But what was your like destination? Your what did you try to make?
I don't think I so much have a destination for the kind of emotional effect of what I was making. What I try to do when I'm composing is to really kind of be mindful of an inner resonance to what I'm hearing. So when I'm composing, I'm trying out a lot of things, and one idea might make me really like drawn to it. So I kind of feel in my chest or in just in my excitement, I can feel that this is the right thing. It's kind of like intuition, or it is intuition, I think, not like intuition. And other ideas, they're nice, but they don't really draw me in the same way. So this is a piece about forgetting and about archiving.
Mhm.
So how we archive our memories and to kind of try to hold on to that memory. So I try to just feel like what does that feeling feel like for me, and then I make it as close to that feeling as I can, and then I present it. And then I think what I like about this is that the result of that is something that other people might see the work and they feel about it in the same way that I do, but there's also always a situation where people are feeling other things that are just as relevant and just as true as the thing that I was feeling. So I think that's really nice that when you shape a piece like this, that it's very open to experiences other than the one that I have as the composer. And that's something that I particularly find very just very fulfilling, because then it's not so much the thing that I want, it's the thing that people find in the piece itself.
Different people can not like feel the scene that they listen to and that they see at the in this box. So, but scenes that they really feel deep inside, but with the help of this performance. So yeah.
Yeah.
But how did you come up with this idea?
Well, I had this thought about my grandparents have owning like this cardboard shoebox in which they kept their photos and love letters and things like this.
Mm.
And then I thought of how we archive our memories now, which is very digital, and it might be
Yeah.
that you have conversations that are behind like a social media account or something that you lost the password to, or something like this. So it was this initial idea, kind of this contrast between how things were before and how things are today. And that was just very fascinating to me. Just this idea of the kind of the fragility of our archive today. So how easy it is to lose these things, but it's also the kind of the longing or the need to be able to go back to certain memories, and specifically when you cannot go back to those memories. So it's a lot about the absence of an archive. So also the piece itself plays a lot with things not being there, instead of there constantly being something that you can hold on to. It's specifically the thing that you can't hold on to. So
Yeah, that works.
So yeah, it was like one of the greatest days. So yeah, I miss my cappuccino. That's nice. Just walking down the street. Really, I don't know what to do. Like, just sit here and wait for the bus for 45 minutes. So yeah, I'm just sitting here and listening to the newest album by Eminem. I really like it. I mean, why lots of people hate it? Like, it's great. It's a story, like a plot inside of it.
On August 18th, the plan was to go to Embed, which was pretty similar to what Bart was doing, and to the La Luz de un Lago theater. Yeah, I hope so. So I also wanted to go to the band Gonzo Bimbo, which played post-punk as one of their genres, and it got me so hooked that I ignored Italo-pop and EBM and went to their concert and was disappointed.
And actually the last day with this shit, and like, it's really great. I'm so happy. I think I can definitely say that there are not as many people as there were at the weekend, like on Saturday and on Sunday both. So it's almost 5 and I just bought the ticket for Embed at 7:20, something like that. And yeah, I have an hour and a half and I'm gonna spend it in the city. I mean, not in the park, but in the city, because yeah, my target is in an hour and a half again. I've never been in Italy, but in my imagination it is really similar to Italy. But this is not, like, I mean, this is something strange, like interesting. Okay. Now it looks like Dnipro. Wow, really? I mean, I don't remember the name of the street, but it really looks like Dnipro. It is the city where I was born in Ukraine. Wow. Hey. There's a cat. By the way, there are a lot of cats in Groningen. I mean, really, a lot of them. By the way, kinda peaceful, nice place, neighborhood. So yeah. Just, I don't know, I like places like that. Wow, there are almost no people in this part of the park. Wow, that's, I don't know, that's surprising, because it's the same park, but here are like 10 people. Wow. I think it was more like mesmerizing, hypnotizing, relaxing, like something like that. It was like meditation. So yeah, my brain just, I don't know where it was, but not here.
This Embed was calmer than yesterday's box from Bart. Today it was more about the state than about conveying feelings, emotions, or obviously information. It was something calming and meditative, as I said in the video. I mean, nothing more to add. I would actually like to attend all 3 Embed shows, but again, I was very limited in terms of dates because I had a trip to Prague and another festival, which was the subject of the previous video, by the way. You can watch it if you understand Russian or Ukrainian. And then I went to the theater. It wasn't in the park, by the way.
That's kind of strange. I mean, I'm going out of this park and I'm walking to the theater, but it's still in the program of the festival that is in this park. Why the fuck Google Maps shows like the bridge in here and it's supposed to be here, but what? Well, like 8 o'clock. Well,
this is definitely something more than theater. They broke the fourth wall as much as possible.
I think this was very important for us in this piece, was one of the main topics, that to see how theater works, to see the materiality, to see the work that is behind such a present material art or craft as theater is. I think you can
really show the back side of the
yes, the back side, because another topic for us, or yes, I think we want to explore in this piece was to avoid images. So how to do theater? Theater means to go to see something. So how to avoid that image or a finished image appears on stage. So images are always trying to find its place, and they destroy, and you never accomplish the image in this piece. It's not a finished image, it's an image always in movement, and that is not actually a spectacular image. The images, our goal was to create images through the sound.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to answer to the question, how would be a theater piece where in the hierarchy of elements sound comes before, or it's more important than image.
And it was something incredible. They weren't just acting.
We stretch a bit like, and put in crisis a bit the conventions of theater. We define ourselves as theater, even though if we are a bit, in this sense, cruel with theater, that we try to see how to push and to see how further it can go. Normally mixing other disciplines and try to find a bit what is the contemporary language or form of theater nowadays, what we can offer on stage nowadays.
It's hard to call it anything I've seen before in any form. It's not like theater or cinema or playback theater or a book or anything. It's something more, something more multi-layered.
In terms of form, we break a lot, but in terms of structure, in terms of convention, we have it a lot in mind, the theater convention. Otherwise, it would not work. Mm-hmm. If you want to go against the structure has to be present. If you don't have it, then it's just it's not so tensioned, no? The act that you perform. Mm-hmm. Actually, we do have very present the tradition of theater.
And after the performance, there was an after talk, which I filmed in full, but I won't leave all 35 minutes in this video. I'll leave only like the most interesting parts.
We create the text not before, but always at the end. So we write a lot of things, and then we start to give them shape. During the rehearsal, we try to fit the text with the image, and we change words, we change characters. It's very flexible matter, also the text, in this sense. We are also very different for normal practice of theater, where normally the text arrives before, and from the text in the hierarchy you decline all the other elements. For us, normally we write like aside, like a private task. Meanwhile, we rehearse images, movement, dynamics with the crew, and then towards the last moment of the process, we do the marriage between these two things, which is the most complicated part. We enter in crisis because texts really give a meaning to things and makes them really more narrow, no?
Yeah.
The images.
Yeah.
And then we try to find the right word, the right rhythm. Love is also something very concrete. Everybody can recognize it, but its forms are infinite. So somehow was a nice marriage, this choreography, this movement, this abstraction on stage, together with the topic of love. Then we were starting to write, and the stories were changing little by little. These stories are talks about love in a very wise spectrum, let's say. So there is the first story is a very normal or hetero love, no? Romeo and Juliet, a girl and a boy meet in a concert, and then they fall in love and they have a family and whatever, and then they divorce. The second story was like a passion love story between two men, and the third story is more a love in terms of different generations and family, and the love that a family member can give to you and how does it fit you for your life. And the fourth story in Venice, this collective, is more like love an idea, no? The idea of art. They are acting because of their idea about art that brings them to do this happening. Capitalism, of course, is the system where we live, so it has to be there, it has to dictate the life of these persons, of the characters we invoke or we create, because they affect and shape our life. At the same time, as we wanted to put on stage the materiality of things, the work that means to do theater, which is a work of moving things, of material elements, is not like on a screen or where everything, the images are flat. Somehow here we have a volume, and therefore we have weight, we have height, we have force, we have gravity, we have all these things. So work, we are all come from a very working class, so somehow we speak from there. And working class is the way, the place from where we see the world and we talk, even if we do art, which is, well, there is, this maybe opens another door that I don't know if is the moment to open, but we had this reflection that nowadays, for young people especially, is even, I don't know if in the Netherlands is like that, but it's difficult to work in art if you are not rich.
Wow, there is 20 to 41. Oh my god. Fuck. Well, the theater was great. Like, wow. But I'm going to the concert of some post-punk band. Wow, I mean, it's like almost 11 p.m. and like night city. It's really quiet and wow, I like this. I mean, it's cozy, it's vibey, it's great. And at night the cat becomes wow. You guys hear that? I mean, it's totally not the music I wanna listen. Like, fuck it. I'm going home. I mean, it's not punk. It's not post-punk. It's not something that I can listen.
I mean, I'm not really a fan of post-punk either, but I still appreciate post-punk, but this is just some kind of, I don't know, dance music. It's just not my cup of tea. I like Radiohead, which is more electronic music. Expect of the first 2 albums. They are not electronic like at all. Linkin Park, which is new metal. Nirvana, which is grunge. Eminem, which is even rap, but not this Italo pop. Oh my god.
Wow. Just silence. Like completely silence. I mean, wow. Wow. I just like it. It's wow. Just incredible. I mean, wow. Like I was here like a few hours ago and it was noisy, not crowded but still a place with a lot of people in here. And now it's just one girl riding a bike. That's all. I mean, okay, not all, but still. I mean, I'm a fan of cities in the night. I used to walk like few times a week when I was in Dnipro, when I lived there, and all of them I used to like go from my home for a walk at about 9 or 10 p.m. to just walk in this nighty city, nighty neighborhoods, nighty I don't know, parks and embankments and all the stuff. And I'm looking to you as you go, touch me by the hand to get inside you. I'm gonna mess mad. Yo, тут zins. It says, okay. Whoa. About an hour left. I'm walking. Wow, guys, I'm literally in the forest. You can't see this because of the camera, because of it's night, but I mean, literally, that's a forest. Wow, I mean, that's the fucking moon. Wow. It's Tuesday the 19th and the first day without shoes on my hand.
And the plan for the 19th was to go to the theater of the Ave and to the concert by a band Chartreuse, how to pronounce it? So it was a concert by this band from UK. They played sort of indie rock alternative. I also wanted to go to a concert by Rock Kubada, who play rock and roll, ska, surf and blues, but however, you'll see it in the end.
The smell of the weed, like, it's everywhere. I mean, Of course, it's stereotypical Netherlands, but I mean, in Groningen, there's much more of this smell. I don't know why.
I know I can't run away. You won't need much effort to take me because I'm scrawny and I'm dying.
If before I was very much struck by the options of conveying information, sensations, emotions, feelings, then this time I was stuck vice versa by the story itself more, by the plot, by the messages, like it was played quite commonly, more or less, except for the fact that in the middle she brought women on stage, thereby dividing the audience into two parts, which I think was important for the plot, but it is in form approximately like a one-man theater in Dnipro, but the story itself, the message itself, that's what struck me more.
Fuck, but it was supposed to end like at 8:30, but actually it ended at 9, and yeah, now I will be late to the concert. Like, I mean, I need to go to it, and it takes like 10 minutes, so I'm almost running. Anyways, it was great.
And I will definitely listen to these guys and follow their concerts. It's like very cool.
Really, I'm sure I'm not going to go through Cubada because, I mean, those guys are like so great that I don't want to spoil this evening. I mean, I'm not sure about Cubada. I haven't listened to them, while this band was like the best ending of the evening.
No offense, Rakubada, sorry, but I just wasn't ready to experiment that night and go listen to another unknown for me band.
So, the last day.
And on the last day, August 20, I volunteered and then went to the lecture Save Your Projects and Perhaps the World with the iterative method. In fact, I would have liked to volunteer throughout the festival, but I couldn't in the first days because of broken arm and in the last days because of my trip to Prague for another festival. But in the next years I will definitely do it.
I realized that this is the fifth and actually the last for me day on the festival, and now I can walk without any map. I mean, I remember all the trip, all the roads. So yeah, I'm gonna go to this, I don't know, what is this, like, lecture? TED lecture? I don't know the format, but anyways, to save your projects. So, but it will be in 2 hours and a half, oh my god. And again, this perfect, quiet piece of the park. Wow, like, I love it. And there is border somewhere between this quiet and between noisy part. And this border is right here. So yeah, Noorderzon not in the whole park. I mean, it covers only 80% or maybe even 70%, not 100. So I got my free iced tea and just sitting here like close to some concert, but I was wondering about this scene, like, okay, I think it's really ecological. I mean, it really looks like that. Wow, that's how they deliver it, beer, or what is it? I mean, okay, yeah, it looks like a beer. Wow, incredible. But anyways, still I have like 2 hours before the next event I want to visit, so I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't want to walk. I can't say that I'm tired and that's why I don't want to walk, but I just don't want to walk. Not that mood. I mean, it's the last festival day and I want to just relax and that's all. I don't know, maybe I have to eat something because really I can eat like 1,000 calories right now. Wow, and really it's such nice when you are just sitting, and festival is not like you are not inside of the festival, okay? But it's like a background, something like that. I mean, you are not inside of the crowd, inside of this noise. It's somewhere like on the other side of the lake. So yeah, it's nice feeling. He or she came to me and said like here, but I couldn't pet him or her again because one of my hand is like broke. I mean, I can, but anyways. So yeah, and the second hand is yeah, because I'm eating right now. So yeah, it's like really exhausting when I can't pet a cat. I mean, cats are the greatest animals after red pandas, of course, after red pandas.
Actually, there was more humor than any useful practical information. That is, I perceived it not as a lecture with a small pinch of humor, but more like a stand-up with some small percentage of useful information, interesting ideas, and all that. So there were too many jokes. I won't say that it's bad. I actually liked everything. And by the way, the guy was from France, and there is a stereotype about the French people that they hate English language. And honestly, I confirm it because I was in Paris. I was there for less than a day, but it was enough for me, They really hate English language, and even people who work in places where there are a lot of tourists, that is quite strange, but still. But this particular guy was from France, but he spoke English quite comfortably, and he translated the whole lecture to English. And as any stereotype, in fact, this is nonsense. Everything depends on each single person, and it never happens that 100% of population loves or hates something just because they are citizens of a particular country or place or anything else.
I mean, again, these little streets, little houses, wow, just wow, really love it. And yeah, by the way, it's the last day I'm going to bus at the last time, and I don't know, I need some afterward.
So after all these days, I realized that I really like Groningen. It is a very nice city. I will definitely be at the festival in a year and in two and until the end of time. Really, I swear that I swear that at the next festival I will not have a single broken bone, I will not have any plans, therefore I will be at the festival all the days, and I will definitely volunteer at it.
Oh my gosh, really, guys, that's it. I mean, wow, finally, oh my god, one more cat. Hello, what's up?